So here is one of my pumpkins. It is, as you can see, rather enormous. I have a pretty wide hand span and this thing is huge, and its stem is buried under leaves, but like the stem is barely getting woody, just barely. Let's see if I can find the, and of course I did just like a crazy planting of the multiples of three sisters around here. So okay, that's a bean. Here's its leaf, which is a little sun scorched, but not at all showing signs of stopping. Here's another, no, that's the whole rest of the vine going, that's a whole part of the vine going that way. Yeah, I can't find its curlicue to determine if it's ready or not. Let's see if we turn it. Do we have a field patch? A little bit of damage down there that I'm not too worried about. But just look at all this. I've got just one of those gimmicky things coming. Yeah, what? Look at this, like it killed a salvia. I think this was a Salvia gregii. And now it's a Salvia mulchii. Here we've got unfertilized fruit. I've been putting those kind of down over there. Broken leaf can go down over there. But for the most part, I just leave this area alone and let it do what it's gonna do. Did this fully die? Yeah, I'm not getting any green. Did this keep going? Okay, it's still a little bit alive. Down over here, if I could keep the camera going where I want it to go. We got a Cosmo trying real hard. We got a carrot. That carrot looks like it's ready. I did plant little carrots that are supposed to come out like this. So that's fine. What else do we got here? We've got some sort of probably field parsley making its way from somewhere. We've got field parsley there. We've got, these are probably zinnias. I threw a lot of just kind of flowers over here to see what would thrive and fail. Here's my chocolate cherry tomato. That is just, it's getting so outcompeted for light and water, even though I've got the drip line just like right here on its base. Turn you into mulch. Yeah, so even with the water right here, it's really struggling, but it is nice and damp down there. Even if that surface layer isn't so great, is kind of dry, but that's fine. That's what you want. But you can look, I've got pumpkins that are coming up and going every direction. If we come up and out from here, I've got another sunflower. But that vine originates over here. This is multiple vines down over here, using the carrot as a pointer. We've got more fruit growing on that pumpkin. This can't be a Seminole. And then we got a butter squash, a whole other vine. Yeah, then we've got the butter squash trying to grow right here too. And sometimes when I come out here, if I disturb the flowers, they just explode with squash bees, which I think is fantastic. Got to support your native bees. Oh, I thought this guy got fertilized. I guess not. So here's another example of unfertilized, or this could be some sort of fungus. Whatever happened to it, maybe it got fried in the sun, because that's east over there. So maybe the morning sun was too much for it. It doesn't smell too bad, but yeet. There we go, the birds will eat that. I throw stuff off into the dry patches if I'm not sure why it died. But like, there's just like some plant dropped its seeds down in here. We've got all that. Poppies that are still going for some reason, despite the heat. Here's my Moon and Stars watermelon, which is good luck, Greg. We've got my Agastache Mexicana. Yeah, anise hyssop. So super excited for this. It doesn't really smell like anise, and I'm not sure what hyssop is supposed to smell like, but oh, pumpkin. Cauliflower. You can see I beheaded this one. I think you can see. I can't find it anymore. So that one grew back, but this one didn't yet. But I mean, the size of these leaves, they're not great eating when they're this big sometimes, but they are really good for, you can chop them up and put them in soup, or instead of chopping them up and putting them in soup, they're really good for, pumpkin. Down there, looks fertile. Soon to tell, but a little soon to tell, but maybe. Pogo Blue Sage. But yeah, the really big brassica leaves, when they get big like that, they can be really bitter raw. And I've seen how many birds come out here and crap on my leaves anyway, so I don't typically eat any of this raw. It all gets soaked in the sink. Oh yeah, I had to take the umbrella down because it got lifted up and smashed down over this area from its stand over here in my little pollinator water spot. Here's the trench that I dug the other day. Looks like most of the stuff is doing all right. Even the chamomile, which I did expect to struggle more, but it looks like this lettucey stuff is, let's taste you. Yeah, it's kind of lettuce. Really bitter, probably from being in the sun and being transplanted and thrashed about. Yarrow leaves, get the yarrow doing its thing, get the yarrow doing its thing. Oregano is very unhappy. I thought the oregano would be happier here, but I guess not. Toad looking the other direction, but here we've got my sunflower patch coming in. I need to come through here and just like thin all of these out. But I've got sunflower, I've got beans, I have purslane, and then I also thrashed about a whole bunch of amaranth stalks. But what I did here is, instead of the water coming out of these pots and just running against the gravel, I have the water coming out of the pots and running into fertile soil. And then I have alley trash, so just like right behind me here, somebody threw pine needles away, and I said, let's try it, because right here I'm just trying to soil build for next year. And then over here, hopefully you're not getting too much wind noise, otherwise I'll just do a voiceover. Over here we've got the bush morning glory, which actually isn't the native morning glory that I thought it was. But we got the coreopsis, and I stuck my prickly pear in there. I dug this. I don't know what I was thinking when I did it. I just did it and wanted to dig a hole, so I dug a hole. I've raised the shade cloth on this area quite a bit, especially since we're kind of down in the 80s and 90s now. I got some nice 4 o'clocks coming in. Very excited. I like 4 o'clocks. I don't care that they're not native. They're not invasive, so yeah. So here's a little walking tour of the garden. These guys will be ready soon. These guys are so delicious. These are dragonfly bell peppers. I got these at Summer Winds, I think like 2 years ago. I probably got them in like August or October of 24, maybe September or August. Same, this Anaheim pepper plant. Oh, check out that assassin bug. Look at you go, buddy. Eat my guys. Thank you. But yeah, these Anaheim peppers, I bought those at the same time. And then you can see down here, I've got somewhere down here, just a really sad example of a purple bell pepper. It always puts out these tiny little fruits. It's actually really disappointing. This one is not Anaheim. I think the onions ate its identify thing, but pick your basil, pick your basil. Hey, sound off in the comments. When you have flowers on your basil, does it taste different to you? Not somebody told me it tastes different. Does it actually taste different? I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for checking in. My name is Greg. This is the Caliche Crucible in Chandler, Arizona.